Hello, this is Biblical Tarot, and I'm back with another video. And for this video, I'm going to do a reading, and I guess I started a new venture, and um, that is I made myself a tarot spread. So, lots of people are into that, but I really didn't want to get into making tarot spreads. I'm a type of person, hey, 3 cards and I'm good. 3 to 4 cards. Read it, I'm good. But I figure, I'd like to be a little more creative and get out of my comfort zone and, grow in my tarot craft. So I made a tarot spread and it's called The 7 Planets and Beyond, as you see on the screen. And it's called 7 Planets and Beyond because basically all of the positions kind of have to do with the planets in the horoscope. So not all of them are planets, like the last couple of them are like the North Node, the South Node, and Lillis, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, but the rest of them are the planets. I didn't do the horoscopes or the zodiac. I just did the planets. So I don't want to ramble on, and I want to get into the reading. I did this reading on myself, so it's going to be easier because for me it's easier to give readings on myself because I know myself. And it's always good to know thyself, because if you know yourself, you don't need to get another reading from anybody else because you're able to have insight on yourself. So, the color code, that's what I want to mention. The color code. Down at the bottom, it says red is bottom and blue is top. So, I'm pretty sure that's pretty self-explanatory. The first card is the position of the sun, which is the ego. Okay? And that came up as the 10 of Swords. You can't see the full card because I have the second card over top of it, because I have to fit it all in one screen. But the 10 of Swords is my first card, and it's for the ego, and it's the placement of the sun. And I found that really interesting because the 10 of Swords is my birthday card. And so I'm so used to the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords may look kind of depressing. You have a guy about to die. He's got swords all the way down his chakras. So, but my life doesn't seem like it's that bad. But the meaning is letting go, basically. There's things are going to get better. Things might be bad right now, but they're only going to go up from now. It's like midnight, then it's 3 o'clock, and then it's 4 o'clock, and it's the sun is about to rise pretty soon. So that is what this card tells me, and that is kind of how my life is. It's always the sun is about to rise. So I'm just so excited that my birthday card came out as the sun, me, the center. Yes, I'm Gemini, definitely. And that's 10 of Swords, Gemini. So I'm going to go to the second card, which is the moon, and that is my emotion. And my emotion came up as the 5 of Swords. And I thought, wow, the 5 of Swords is the Lord of Defeat, okay? And it's a defeat on the mental plane. It's got to do with the mind because we have swords. And I would have to say the moon, my emotion, I have to say, with my emotion, I have felt a little defeated lately for my moon. Like, just felt like people have kind of like people that were in my life and that I feel probably should have treated me a little bit better. Kind of, I feel like they, I don't know how to put it. Just that they did me wrong, basically, emotionally, though. It was emotionally, and I do feel that emotionally, but I'm not allowing that. I'm not allowing that to dictate my day, and I think I've done a good job at that. To recognize I'm hurt, to recognize that I feel like what they did was pretty shitty, but also to acceptance, because I feel like they will need me before I need them. So my moon and my emotion is okay. I'm okay with being defeated, you know. I'm okay with that. So we're gonna move on to the next one, and that's three. And number three is the intellect, which is Mercury, okay? And for that, I got the Knight of Cups. So I can understand that totally. My Mercury, you have to understand, just like my birthday card was the Ten of Swords, my Mercury is the Knight of Cups. So I can totally understand that because, like, my mind, I'm always living in my mind, you know, and I feel like my mind is very, that's my most important place, I guess, my mind, because I'm a Gemini, and Geminis ruled by Mercury. So my intellect, my Mercury, my mind, my logos, my communication, it's the wings of love, a spiritual giving, deepest feelings, deep feelings. Yes, I feel with my mind. I probably feel with my mind more than my heart, even though they are connected. Yeah, I could see that. Definitely, totally. I'm going to move on to four. Here we go with four. Four. And four is the judgment. Judgment is over underneath there. And the judgment is the Hebrew letter Shin. And judgment is in a placement of Venus. And my Venus seems to be mature, a spiritual rebirth, a karma type thing, the law of karma, paying off debts. This is what you kind of get in the end type thing. And yeah, I could see that totally going on right now because, like, I think I made a wrong decision and left the person that I truly loved, but now I'm paying like the consequences for it. But even though it's the law of karma, and even though you get the karma, you need that karma because you need to learn and you need to experience. And that's what I needed to do. And I feel like even though I feel like I made the wrong choice, I needed to make that wrong choice to grow. So we'll move from judgment because I don't want to get too into that. And we'll go to number 5, which is Mars. That's the placement of Mars, and that's my anger, okay? And my anger is the 8 of Wands, and those are the arrows. And the arrows are the Lord of swiftness, okay? And his excessive energy is high energy. And I have to say, with the Eight of Wands, I must be angry. I must be angry. And, maybe I am. But I think with the Eight of Wands, the wands are going straight. Like, this energy is going straight, and it's going where it needs to go. And it's in the sky, and it's going at high velocity, I think this anger is directed where it needs to be directed. I think this is a good anger, though, because everybody has anger. Everybody needs anger. It's just how you deal with your anger. You need to deal with your anger in the right way. So if I'm angry at something, I'm going to put that anger, that energy. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that. Oh, my God. I'm going to put that anger into use. I'm going to transmute that anger into something good. I'm going to put that anger into something good. Like what I'm doing now. I'm making videos. I'm being creative, making tarot spreads. I'm taking all my anger and channeling it into good things. And if you're angry out there at something, take that anger and do something good, Show the people who's boss. You are. I think that's great advice. That's the advice that I gave to myself. I'm going to take this anger that is really not good for me, but it's good for me if I can take it and transmute it and turn it into gold. I'm just trying to use an analogy, but I think I'm doing pretty good with that anger because it's directed the right way. I'm going to go to 6. Number 6 is up here. Okay. Number 6 is my Jupiter, so it's my luck, And oh my God, it's so funny because I was talking about transmuting and all that, and this is the Temperance, and that's where you transmute some stuff. So I got the Temperance for my luck, and Temperance is creating balance, combining, it's transforming, it's blending, it's learning by experience. And I think that's true for me, my luck, because I don't have a lot of luck. But anything that I do get, I've worked for. And the only reason why I worked for it is because I've learned from all of my mistakes to be able to handle whatever comes, It's like not everybody has the same amount of luck in life. And people can have a lot of luck in life, and somebody can have not a lot of luck in life and still end up further than the person that has a lot of luck because they're not doing right with their luck. So it's about experience. Taking what you have and utilizing it. And that's what I've been doing. I don't have a lot, but I'm going to utilize what I have to make it into something good. So, I hope Jupiter does bless me, though. Please, I need some luck. We're going to go to number 7. Number 7 is the middle, and it is Saturn. It's the limitation. It's my limitation. And my limitation is the King of Knights, or the King of Wands, I'm sorry. And he is the spirit of flame. He is conviction. He is fierceness. He is long-term goals, And thing about it is, if you can reach the long-term goals, you will be very powerful, okay? So my limitation is that I can't reach the long-term goals, but guess what? I'm working on that. I'm working on the long-term goal thing, and I think I'm doing pretty well. I can do better. I love Saturn. That's my favorite planet out of all the planets. People probably would be like, what? And it's because you have to work so hard with Saturn. There is no shortcuts. And if you don't do shortcuts, you learn a lot. You're the best person in the room where another person will do the shortcuts. And they'll maybe make it fast, or get somewhere fast, or do something fast, make them little shortcuts, but it's not helping them in the long run. So it might take you longer to get to a certain place, but that's good. That's fine, because you're doing it at the right time and you're benefiting from learning on the journey. Whereas if you take the shortcut, there's no experience. You don't know anything. You're a fool, you're a baby. But when you work with Saturn and basically you buckle down, you study, you do what you got to do, you do everything, you take every step. There you go. The spirit of flame, conviction, fierceness, long term goals. Powerful. Yeah. King of Wands is awesome. So, yeah, that's my limitation. That's what I'm working on. And it's cool that that came out, because, like I said, I'm working on that right now. And I have uh, made that internal, uh, what is it? How can I say it? I've made a inventory of myself on that. That, I need to change that. That I need to work for long-term goals and not short-term goals. And I'll reach my goal. So that's all I can say about that. I'm going to move on to number 8. Number 8 is up here. Number 8 is, we're on number 8, and that is Uranus. Number 8 is Uranus. Uranus is the rebel, the individual, and that's my individuation. So, and it's the Page of Swords, which is the mood fighter, the defense, aggressive, hostility, but has practical wisdom, urge to action, and inner conflicts, and vigilance. And I have to say that's me all the way, totally, all the way. Uranus. Yes, that's me. But I'm a Generation X, I call myself, because even though like I'm like that one, I'm on the cusp of it, 1981, I'm like right there of the millennial, but I am a Generation X, man. I really am. And I just, I think the Page of Swords encapsulates that. But I don't know. Maybe not. Because it's all of my correspondences in my head. And my correspondence may not be another person's correspondence, but I do think a lot of Generation Xers have practical wisdom. But I'm going to go on to number 9, guys. Because this is a long spread. I'm not used to doing 14 cards. 8, 9. Where's 9? Here we go, 9. 9 is Neptune, and this is my illusion. 9 is my illusion, and we're on the blue, so we're on the top card. You can see the whole card. 9 is illusion, and it's Neptune, and I have the Tower. I have Mars, and it's the god of war, and it's a broke down fortress, It's like the Tower of Babel coming down, the old being destroyed, burning down the house. You remember that song? I love that song. But that's what that is. And that is my illusion. And I think I've been burning those motherfuckers down. The illusions that I have, all of them. Maybe not all of them. I'm being a little overboard with that. But I have been tearing down my illusions. And it's been happening since like March, actually, since the COVID started. Like things have just been wow. Like my eyes have been opening. I think lots of people around the world, that has been happening to more than just me, that people's eyes been opening, people's just worlds have been like changed. So you kind of like the illusions are like just It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, when Toto takes the curtain and pulls it back, and you see a man. There's no Oz. So, but I think this reading is so me. So, number 9 is the Tower, and I think I said all that I need to say about the Tower because that's pretty blatant. So we're on 10, and 10 is the Hierophant, okay? And the Hierophant takes the place on Pluto, and this is my power, my destruction, It's a destruction of illusions. And it's the Hierophant, which is the Vav, number 6 is Vav, which that's the Hebrew letter. It means a nail, a peg. It's Taurus, and it's the principle of learning and teaching. It's seeking guidance from philosophy, religion. It can even be dogmatic, okay? And this is my power here. And I can see, I love philosophy. I love religion. I love all types of any kind of words or phrases that have wisdom in it. And I can see where during my life, like, I followed certain systems only to work my way out of that system, to only go to a new system, and then work my way out of that system only to go to a new system. It's like the world is full of systems, philosophy, religions, all kinds of organizations, all kinds of things. It's just like full of systems. And when we're born in this world, we're born to our parents, or parent, and to whatever system they're living. And then when you grow up, you're able to choose your own system that you want to live. And the systems that I've lived up to now, lots of them have came and gone. So, at this point in my life, I just take them all on. I take everything that's good and leave everything that's bad out of all of them. Because there's good in all of them, I feel. And most of them are saying the same thing in a different way. And I read this quote that God looked at himself in the mirror, and he dropped the mirror. It broke, and it shattered into pieces. And people took a piece of a mirror, a whole bunch of people, all the shattering of the glass of the mirror, that people took a piece of the mirror and they thought they had the truth. So everybody has like a piece of it, but it's not all together. It's broken apart. So I feel that way with the world and the systems. And I believe that the Hierophant, he kind of encapsulates that. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he corresponds to that for me. He is symbolic of that to me. So I'm going to go to number 11. And number 11 is Cyron, and that's the inner. And I hope I'm saying it right. And the card that fell in that place is 6 of Wands, and that's the Lord of Victory, Jupiter and Leo. And this is reception, this is reflection, this is a stabilization, a working with others, fulfillment of hopes and desires. Okay? And I can see that totally. My inner. My inner is going the right way right now. Let's put it that way. My inner is going the right way. And I feel like if you're doing the right things and you're cooperating with the universe will propel you to where you need to go. You just have to do the right things, you know? And I can see that in the Six of Wands is where everything is working out right and you're doing the right things and things are going your way. You even got a little following that says, "Hey, you're right. You're going the right way." And I can see that. That's my inner. And I'm saying, "Oh, I'm going the right way." So I'm happy about that. That I'm going the right way. I think I'm going the right way. And I know I'm going the right way because I'm not as stressed out as I used to be when I wasn't going the right way. And actually, I wasn't going nowhere. I was just being stagnant. But now I'm moving, I'm going, I'm doing. And I can see that in this Six of Wands. So I'm going to go to 12. And 12 is Lillis. And that's my shadow self. And that's the Four of Pentacles. And that's my regression. And the Four of Pentacles is the Sun in Capricorn. It's vitality. It's potency. It's owning your energy and power. And it's holding on tightly. No negotiation. And if you do negotiation, power is maintained. So, yeah. My shadow self. It's holding on tightly because it's holding on tightly. And you know what? It needs to hold on tightly. And I'm okay for my shadow self to hold on tightly because I'm not going to reject it. I'm going to integrate it so it can hold on to me. It's okay. It's okay for it to hold on to me because it's me and I have to own it. I own it, but I can use it for negotiation and power. And that's a good thing. Because there's a time for everything. There's a time to laugh. There's time to cry. There's a time to be sad. There's a time to negotiate power. So I'm okay with my shadow self being that way and holding on tightly. Do that. Because the other side is going to do just exact opposite with the same kind of power. So it's, balanced. So I keep myself balanced. Yeah. Don't think I'm greedy because it does look like a little greedy card, but you got to be greedy. There's a time for everything. Let's go to number 13. Where you at, 13? 13 is right here. 13 is the North Node, and the North Node is my star, my North Star. It's my point of destiny. And it's the Ten of Cups, which is Lord of Sanctity. And my North Star, obviously, I want success, I want to get everything that I want. Like I was talking about my long-term goals earlier. This is my destiny right here, is to be successful in all my endeavors. But I'm pretty sure, just like with everybody else, once you get what you want, is it really what you wanted? So I know that. My expectations when I get there, it's going to be totally different when I get to my long-term goals. I do know that. I'm okay with that. Once you think you want something, and once you get it, it's totally different from when you first said, hey, this is what I want. It's totally different experience than what you thought it'd be. I'm going to go to number 14, which is the last card. And that is the South Node. And South Node is your instinct, your gifts, your past life, what you've taken from your past life into this life, the instinct you have. and it came out as the sun, which of course it's right, I'm always going to look on the bright side. I'm always going to try and be positive. That's just me. I can be negative, but my instinct is to be positive and to be spiritually and mentally and physically balanced as a one person. So I can see that. And I'm a sun in Gemini. So, like sun in Gemini connects to the sun. I don't know if anybody knew that, but yeah, the two twins. Because the sun card usually has like two little babies on it, and they're twins, and they're integrating themselves, or they have integrated themselves. They're in harmony. But that's what I always want to be, in harmony. I always want to look at the bright side. So I can see that as an instinct of mine. And if I did have another life, or wherever I came from, a show must have got it there. So this is my reading. I went through 14 cards. Oh my God. That's a lot. And I tried. So I really like it. I want to try it. So if anybody out there would like a reading, and if you would like a 7 planets and beyond, I definitely can do it for you. I'm going to go. Thank you for listening to my reading. Bye. Love you.